Right, hello everyone, it's Mark here. Today I'm doing a road test for you on the Yamaha MT07 Tracer. I've got this bike for a couple of days whilst my MT09 Tracer is getting the recall issue sorted, so I thought I may as well make a little road test video for you about this while I've got it. So the MT07 Tracer is obviously heavily based on the MT07. It's got the same 689cc parallel twin engine, same power output, 74 horsepower I believe it is, and just over 50 foot-pounds of torque. But there are a few differences between this and the standard MT07. Obviously they've put some fairings on it, they've put a bit of a touring type screen on, which is adjustable. It goes up and down. At the minute the windscreen's in its lowest setting. They've raised the seat 35mm, which is good news if you've got long legs, because it gives you a bit more leg room, because they've kept the pegs in the same position. And they've raised the handlebars up and brought them backwards, which just gives you a bit more of a sort of a commanding riding position, really. Now there's no different modes in this car. There's just this sort of the one driving mode. Don't believe there's any traction control. If you know better, please correct me, but I don't think there is. There is ABS brakes, however. So fairly sort of basic in terms of rider aids. One of the first things I noticed when I got on this bike actually is how comfortable that seat is. It is really, really comfortable. It's an excellent seat. I've ridden it for about 40 miles or so since I've had it, and yeah, the seat is really nice. Well, another thing they've done to make this different from the MT07 is they've put the fuel tank is bigger on this. It's 17 litre fuel tank. So you've got a longer range on it. I think they say it's about a 200-mile range in the fuel tank, which isn't too bad. So the dry weight of the bike is 196 kilos, which actually makes it one of the lightest, or if not the lightest, I think, in its class. But yeah, that's good for a sports tourer. It's actually really agile. Very easy to flick into the corners, and it comes with Michelin Road Pilot 4s, which are an excellent tyre. I wish they did the 900 with them actually, but perhaps they're not available in that size, I don't know. You get a lot of engine braking on this actually, and maybe because it's parallel twin, I don't know, but yeah, quite heavy engine braking, and downshifts can be a bit rough if you're not gentle with the controls. I'll tell you what, the rear suspension coupled with this seat makes for a really smooth ride. It does an excellent job of smoothing out the road. So the brakes on this are okay. Front brakes could definitely do with a bit more bite, but they do the job. The back brakes are pretty good, or back brake I should say. Yeah, that seems to be pretty good. But as I said, the front ones could do a bit more initial bite, but they do the job alright. So this bike retails, I believe, on the road for 6,849. And from where I'm sat now, that is really good value for money. The bike is a great bike. The engine is sweet. It's got plenty of poke. Sounds good when you open it up. It's very comfortable. There is a version which you can have if you're only on an A2 license as well. Although it's not a restrictor kit, I believe it's a different ECU they put in the bike, so it's not easy to remove or de-restrict if you then get your A1 license, which could be problematic. But yeah, it's a really great value bike. To be honest, most of the MT range is, and this is a cracking little sports tourer. How does it compare to the MT09 Tracer? Well, physically it feels a lot smaller to ride. The MT09 Tracer, the bars are much wider, it's a bit higher, and your legs are further apart. And it's got, you know, another sort of 40 odd horsepower, so it is more powerful. But this bike feels lighter. Well, it is lighter. It handles better, I think, than the MT09 Tracer, and I think it has better tyres as standard. I mean, obviously you can change tyres on bikes. I wouldn't want to swap my MT09 Tracer for one of these because I prefer the sound of my bike. It's more powerful, which I like, but realistically it's very unusual to be on a public road and be able to use the power that the 900 has. So this bike is more usable, you can make it work harder, and therefore is it more fun. If you like that style of riding, and well, yeah, it probably is. So this has been my sort of mini review slash road test of the Tracer 700. Hope you've enjoyed it or found it interesting. Please rate, comment and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.